Hello everybody, it's me, Riffraff Hornhelm, and I'm back again with another presentation from the Dwarven Vault, and today we have a monster review. Now today we're going to start off a new series, and today's review is it's When Giants Walk the Earth, because we're going to talk about giants from the original monster manual, as used with basic Dungeons and Dragons, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, or what's typically called 1E today. So, what about giants? Well, this particular review is just a very brief one on the common attributes, I guess, of giants. Once again, from the monster manual. So, giants are huge humanoid creatures. They vary in size from about 10 and a half, 11 feet up to about 21, 22 feet. And there are 6 different distinctive races within the class of giants. Now, like I said, they're all humanoid, and they do share a fair number of characteristics. One of them is great strength. Like I said, there's 6 different kinds of giants, and their strengths range from, at the low end, a 19, at the high end, a 25. So they're very strong creatures. Well, they need to be, because one of their favorite things to do is to throw around rocks. Some of them kind of specialize in playing catch with them. They can usually throw them somewhere between about 10 feet and maybe 200 or 300 feet. And the rocks can do significant damage depending on which of the races within the class of giants it is. Now, of course, that's one of the big things is with the 6 different ones out there, and they're different in both size and strength. They have different attributes. They have different ways that they like to live. These will all be covered under separate reviews for each of the 6 individual giants. Once again, commonality. Okay, the other thing that all giants do is they carry around a sack whenever they go out. That's kind of vague, right? No, the sack's important. It's large, like they are, and they carry things that they need. It might be a length of wood to use as a club, or several rocks to throw. Most importantly, they always carry some treasure in there, and it can be a fairly good amount of treasure. So if you slay the giant and looting it, the bag is one of the absolute key items to pilfer. Like I said, it's not a small amount. Thousands of gold pieces type thing. Of course, it can have whatever odds and ends in there that it likes. It maybe finds them pretty or knows that they're useful, whatever it may be, because with the 6 different races amongst the class of giants, there is a wide variety in both intelligence and alignment. Now, even the least mentally advantaged of the giants is cunning. And giants are somebody you can negotiate with. They will not generally negotiate with you if they are after you and they feel they're in a position of strength, but if they feel that it's even, they may very well negotiate with you for letting you off the hook, or possibly even joining your group and participating if it's of a similar alignment to the adventuring party and has an interest in what they're doing. So there's some pretty cool options you can do with giants the way they're described in the monster manual. And for people who have used these from a dungeon master standpoint, I certainly have. They're one of my favorite go-to type of creatures to use. The ones that are smarter can really add an awful lot to the game. So what other common things do all giants have? Well, like I said, they're strong. They throw rocks. There's 6 different kinds. There's the different sacks they carry around, and those sacks may be very primitive for something like a hill giant, which is at the low end of the giant spectrum, and they may be fairly gaudy and interesting if you're something like a cloud giant or a storm giant. And really, from a perspective of this being a wandering creature, using the wanderings in the monster manual, um, when you run into them, it's primarily going to be males. There may be one or two females, a few young, and those are prorated differently, usually either specified under that specific creature for what a female or young is, or you prorate it based on the percentage that they are of a grown male adult giant. It was the 70s. Now, of course, from the dwarven perspective, I mean, yes, we're going to be talking about giants. I can tell you right now that us dwarves, we don't like giants. A lot of times they will hang out in places like caverns. Uh, a lot of times they also will hang out in something different, a purpose built castle, or maybe up on a cloud, a magical cloud, or something like that. Though the book says that they mainly hang out in caverns, when you go through the individual descriptions for each of them, that's not the impression you'll come away with, shall we say. And beyond that, really, the language that they speak. Okay, they have their own specific race related language, specific dialect that's only understandable to, say, fire giants or cloud giants. And they also speak their alignment tongue. Those who've watched my videos know my feelings on this. I don't use alignment tongue at all. I will generally allow them to have at least some command of the common tongue. Um, but that's really up to the dungeon master. These are the similar attributes that you find amongst all the giants, irrespective of their specific race. The individual peculiarities and abilities of each of the giants will be covered in a separate set of monster reviews here within the next few days. So, hope you found that interesting, educational, entertaining, all that kind of good stuff. If you did, please be so kind as to leave us a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't. It's free, right? Leave a comment, share with your friends, but most of all, come back and see us again real soon. Thanks so much for your very kind support. Take care, everybody, and remember, dwarves rock!